Welcome here to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora on site on location at AAC Media Days in Arlington, Texas, not too far away in Denton. We have the University of North Texas in the Mean Green and head coach Eric Morris. Coach, how are you?
I'm fantastic. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. I got to say that this is probably the best sport coat that I've had on the show is
I
yours.
like it.
Yeah.
My wife will be excited that you said that.
Yeah, she picked it
I
out.
did not have much green in my arsenal before I got here in my wardrobe, but I've slowly been adding some green and I'm getting a lot of compliments on it.
And when you look at that, like you said, adding green in your arsenal, what can you say about this roster that we have as we head into the 2023-24 season?
Super excited about it. I mean, we have a lot of returners coming back, a lot of game experience, really experience up front on both sides, offense and defensive line, which excites you as a coach. I mean, I think football's actually won at the line of scrimmage. I think the majority of coaches would say that. So to have that coming back is awesome. The most important position in football, though, is quarterback, and that's something that we got to make a decision on. We have a couple guys that are competing for the job right now. And that's something, the course of the first 2.5 to 3 weeks, we're gonna have to figure out, who our guy is. And but then, as far as we look at skill positions, receivers, super explosive, running backs have an arsenal of 4 really talented guys back there. To the defensive side, I think our secondary and our D line really solid right now, and a bunch of game experience and really good players that have played at a high level. Linebackers where we lost the most from last year. Lost one to graduation and one to the transfer portal. So it'll be important for us to really develop some of these linebackers over the course of the next 3 or 4 weeks before we're ready to go play Cal.
And you spoke about the fact that having to choose a quarterback. Do going into fall camp, do you like that opportunity of having an open competition? I mean, I know obviously when you have an incumbent person that's proven themselves, it's a great scenario. But is there something exciting and positive that can come out of what we're going to see this fall from North Texas?
If they play good, yes.
Okay.
If it doesn't go the way you want, then I think it continues to build the anxiety level, right? But
Yeah.
but no, super excited. We made the guys live in the spring game, which I've never done before. So we have 3 guys that are extremely athletic, and it was good to kind of see them improvise and be able to do some things when they were live targets and they could be tackled. And so 3 athletic guys, smart. I think they developed a ton of knowing, growing mentally and understanding our system a lot, the course of this summer. And so I'm looking forward to those guys taking some big steps in fall camp.
For you, why was North Texas the right fit? Why, at this point in your career, did you feel like this was the stop that you wanted to make and this was the team to lead?
It's always been a dream of mine to be an FBS coach in the state of Texas. My dad's a high school coach here in the state of Texas. And, I think when you start looking at North Texas as a program, I mean, I think it's primed to really, I mean, I tell everybody, I think we're holding the stick of dynamite right now. If we can light it and do it all the right way, we're going to have something extremely dangerous. And then, as I got into it and was able to start meeting with Jared Mosley, our athletic director, I just thought our personalities matched so well. His vision of this place, where he wants to take it. I think he understands what it takes to be successful at this level. And I love the fact that he played collegiate sports. Like, he understands what these kids go through day to day basis. He understands what we go through pressure as coaches, and he gives us the resources our need, and he lets us do our job. And so I think, once everything started falling into place, I think it was really a no brainer for me.
A final note, how do you define leadership? And what is the best piece of advice that someone's given you that resonates with you still to today?
Yeah, I mean, I think leadership, and we have a leadership counselor right now on the team. We have 12 guys, and so it's been interesting to see their take on leadership.
Did they
Uh,
choose or did you choose?
I chose,
Okay.
and I didn't choose until after I knew them for 6 months
Okay.
because I don't believe in really. I needed to understand what they're about, what their motives were, and some of them I picked because I think they have great leadership skills, and some of them I picked because they're good players, but I think they lack leadership skills and they need to be learned. And so I think there's natural born leaders, but I think when people are drawn to you and you're able, I tell people all the time the best leader I've ever been around on a football team is Case Keenum. And if I could pick one quarterback to start a team right now with in college football, any level, I'd pick Case just because I thought he enhanced everybody on our team, not just the offense side. He made everybody around him better. He kept, the accountability. That he kept everybody accountable on a team. He wasn't afraid to have the hard conversations. He knew that sometimes leadership is lonely. It's lonely to be at the top, but it would pay off in the end. And so yeah, we're in the mess right now. I mean, I think we're reading a book on leadership skill called The Twin Thieves, which is a really good book written by Steve. God, I can't even think of his last name. I think of him, a high school coach from up in Wisconsin. But yeah, and I've gotten so much advice. When you look at my mentors, Mike Leach Tree is incredible, as everybody knows.
Yeah.
But I think as I was telling the gentleman earlier, is Mike Leach always told me the most important hire you make as a head coach is the strength coach. And so always forget that. It's always the first guy I hired. They spend so much time with their players. I think they can create the culture and make sure that it continues to run the way you want it to while the other coaches are out recruiting. And so always put a big emphasis on who I hire as the head strength coach.
No, I love that. I love that advice. And obviously, Mike Leach will live on forever in the people whose lives he touched.
Absolutely.
Coach, obviously, my best to the meet
Thank
and green
you.
this season.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
you being here and
Appreciate
look
you.
forward to talking with you soon.
Be safe on the way home.
Thank you.
Thank you.